Okay, Coach, when you take a look at this Snider team, you had a bye week, but you ended the regular season with a nice come-from-behind win on the road at Northside. How much confidence does that give this team going forward, knowing you were able to end the regular season on a high note?
Well, I certainly think it was a good way to end the regular season and propel us into a week off where, our mentality was going to be to get better every day, and I think it's easier to convince 75 guys that you can get better when you come off a good win as opposed to a bad loss. So, the kids have been consistent all year in terms of showing up and, with a mentality of getting better and working and being coachable. That's one of the things that we as a coaching staff are most pleased with, is just the willingness to show up every day and keep plugging away, keep battling and trying to get better.
Having faced Northrop in the regular season, what do you guys take away from that experience to sharpen up and to fine-tune to get ready for a second time to face them?
Well, very talented and pose all kinds of weapons on both sides of the ball that are difficult to combat against, and requires us to play much better and to play more as a unit. You can't defeat more talented players sometimes with one-on-one matchups. You got to do it as a group. You got to do it as a unit, both offensively and defensively, and that's a big part of what we have to do Friday. But they're very, very talented, very explosive, and can hurt you in a lot of ways.
When you take a look at the records now, 0-0, basically, you get to throw out the regular season, and you guys have played a lot of underclassmen. So where have you seen the growth, and how can they kind of reset things here in the postseason to have a positive outcome on Friday night?
Well, I think we see the growth. I mean, we measure it every day. We film practice, and you can see kids doing things better, whether it be a read, whether it be a first step on a block, whether it be tackling, gap defense, whatever it is. We're getting better across the board, and that comes with experience. When you play a lot of young guys, sometimes the only learning can occur when you're actually in a contest and when you see things live and you can't simulate in practice. And Friday nights have been a learning experience for a lot of those guys, and they've taken advantage of it, and like I said, they've been very coachable and willing to change things that they need to and put forth the effort. Most importantly, just put forth the effort to try to get better, and that's what we've been most happy with.
It's going to be our highlight zone game of the week. It's starting to feel like playoff time in Indiana. What are you most looking forward to about this opportunity on Friday night at Spooler Stadium to take on a good team like Northrop?
Well, always the atmosphere is in the playoffs is special. When you're playing to fight to play another week or turn your stuff in, that amps things up a lot, especially for a group of seniors who know that for some of them, last time they'll ever play football. We tell them all the time, some of them will go on and play college football, but it's not like high school. College football is what it is, in some ways better, some ways not. And there's nothing quite like high school football. You just can't duplicate it in a lot of other situations. And we treasure that, we cherish that. And to have them with the season on the line, their careers on the line, that's meaningful. And that puts them in an emotional state that you just can't duplicate. You can't duplicate in the math classroom, as hard as we try, or the social studies classroom. So it's a great learning environment. It's a cool experience for kids to go through, good, bad, or otherwise. They'll learn something from it and be better, because of it. And our goal is to play another week, to practice together for another week, and to be together as a 2025 team for one more week.
Good deal. Anything else you'd like to add?
Nope. Good luck to all the other teams in the area.
All right. Appreciate it, Coach.
Thanks, guys.